Hello, this is Tim Waxelman with Last Call for YAH. We're in a long series of explaining how YAH is the contracted form of Yahweh and YAHSHUA. And this is all in response to the Proverbs 30, verse 4 questions that are being asked the reader. It's asking you, what is the Creator's name and what is the Son's name, if you can tell. And this will now be the 9th message in this series. And I think this is just overwhelming evidence of everything that's been brought forth, if you've listened to all of these messages, to reveal to you this truth. Because in our earlier messages a couple years ago, we explained that there is no J in the Hebrew language. And that's a shock to most people. And that J has only been on planet Earth approximately 500 years. And our Messiah, Savior, walked the earth around 2,000 years ago. Wow, that makes you have to sit and think then, doesn't it? And that's why we're having these lessons, because we believe that truth has to be brought to the forefront. And if you can see what's going on in the world today, it's a world full of deception. So we are going to establish a truth that we can build on, and then we will bring forth many other messages in the future concerning other things that I believe need to be brought to the public awareness. And for right now, I want to go to a story that had puzzled me over 40 years, and I think tonight I'll be able to share with you how that puzzle that I had may get answered. If you have the scriptures with you or just want to write them down and just listen to me and then go read them yourself, we'll go to the Gospel of Luke, chapter 5, and we'll read verses 1 through 11. And it says, "It came to pass that as the people pressed upon him to hear the word of Elohim, God, he stood by the lake of Gennesaret, which is the Sea of Galilee. And they saw 2 ships standing by the lake, but the fishermen were gone out of them and were washing their nets. And he entered into one of the ships, which was Simon's, and prayed him that he would thrust out a little from the land. And he sat down and taught the people out of the ship. Now when he had left speaking, he said to Simon, Launch out into the deep and let down your nets for a draught." Well, this is totally non-fisherman instruction, because they fished at night when the fish would come to the surface with his cooler to feed, and they go deep in the daytime. But he's telling them to go out in the daytime and throw the net out. The Yeshua is telling Simon, who we know as Peter. And Simon answered and said unto him, Master, we have toiled all the night and have taken nothing. Nevertheless, at thy word, I will let down the net. And when they had done this, they enclosed a great multitude of fishes, and their nets broke. And they beckoned unto their partners which were in the other ship, that they should come and help them. And they came and filled both the ships, so that they began to sink. When Simon Peter saw it, he fell down at Yeshua's knees, saying, Depart from me, for I am a sinful man, O Master. For he was astonished, and all that were with him, at the draught of the fishes that they had taken. And so was also James and John, the sons of Zebedee, which were partners with Simon. And Yeshua said unto Simon, Fear not, from henceforth thou shalt catch men. So now remember that statement. From now on, Peter, you're to catch men. And when they had brought their ships to land, they forsook all and followed him. In other words, they left their fishing trade that they have done their whole lives earning a living, and walked away from that trade to follow the Master, Yeshua. Well, this is at the beginning of Yeshua's ministry, but now let's go to John chapter 21 and look at the end of his ministry after Yeshua died and risen from the dead. Now you go to chapter 21 and you read verses 1 through 14. And it says, "And after these things, Yeshua showed himself again to the disciples at the Sea of Tiberias." Well, that's the same sea that Simon and John and James were all fishing at in the first story, but now it's called the Sea of Tiberias, which is just a city on the southern shore of the Sea of Galilee. And on this wise he showed himself. He revealed himself after his resurrection to him at this location. They were together, Simon Peter, Thomas called Didymus, and Nathanael of Cana in Galilee, and the sons of Zebedee, and 2 other of his disciples. So that's a total of 7 of the 12, original 12, after the resurrection, are all back fishing again. Well, remember, they were to become fishers of men. Well, verse 3 says of chapter 21 of John, "Simon Peter saith unto them, I go a-fishing. They say unto him, We also go with you. They went forth and entered into a ship immediately, and that night they caught nothing." Sounds like the first story, remember? They caught nothing all night. But at the beginning of Yeshua's ministry, it's happening again, or he'll repeat the same things and let the same things happen in your life if you don't get it the first time. Verse 4 says, "But when the morning was now come, Yeshua stood on the shore, but the disciples knew not that it was Yeshua. Then Yeshua said unto them, Children, have you any meat? They answered him, No. And he said unto them, Cast the net on the right side of the ship, and you shall find. They cast therefore, and now they were not able to draw it for the multitude of fishes. Therefore that disciple whom Yeshua loved, who was John, the writer of this particular gospel, said unto Peter, It is the Master. Now when Simon Peter heard that it was the Master, he girt his fisher's coat unto himself, for he was naked." He's fishing naked. "And did cast himself into the sea." In other words, to cover himself up. "And the other disciples came in a little ship, for they were not far from land, but as it were 200 cubits, dragging the net with the fishes. And as soon as they were come to the land, they saw fire of coals there, and fish laid thereon, and bread. And Yeshua said unto them, Bring of the fish which ye have now caught. Simon Peter went up and drew the net to land, full of great fishes, 153. And for all there were so many, yet was not the net broken. And after that, Yeshua said unto them, Come and dine. And none of the disciples durst ask him, Who art thou? Knowing that it was the Master. Yeshua then cometh and taketh bread and giveth them, and fish likewise. Now this is the 3rd time that Yeshua showed himself to his disciples after that he was risen from the dead. So here he's repeating the same episode, from the beginning of his ministry till the end of his ministry to his disciples. And he's showing them now, but he's throwing out this strange figure of 153 great fishes. Well, usually it's small fishes in the Sea of Galilee that are being caught. I always think of them like the little sardines or something, but now they're called great fishes. And I'm wondering what this is all about, and what is this number 153? And I've thought of this number for over 40 years and never really had any insight into it. And then all of a sudden one day, the Spirit of Yahweh, and the word spirit in Hebrew is called Ruach, so I'll say the Ruach of Yahweh impressed it upon me. Go to that, remember we've showed it to you many times, the Strong's Exhaustive Concordance of the Bible, and go to the Hebrew dictionary and look at all the words that are in the Hebrew dictionary that were taken and then translated into English. And I go, well, that's a big project, because there's approximately 8,674 Hebrew words. And he said, and it impressed upon me, Go through them. And when you go through them, you're actually going through the Hebrew alphabet. One letter at a time. You're going through a few hundred words for the first letter, and then a few hundred for the second, and so forth, till you get to this 22nd letter. And by the time you go through the 22nd letter, you'll find words that start with that 22nd letter. And then you come to the end, you've gone through all 8,674 Hebrew words. And it was impressed upon me, let's look at all names of individuals who their last name, their name ends in IAH or JAH, because I'm reading this information in the dictionary from an English perspective. So I'm going to see it in this way in English in my Bible. So let me look up all the names that end in JAH or IAH, because we're told in this Strong's Concordance that is literally the word YAH, YAH. So that YAH would be within the names of these people. Well, I think once we get started here, I think you're going to get the understanding that I got when I started to look at this. Because first of all, I found out that in the Old Testament, there's a story of David, King David's mighty men, and many of the names of the people that were considered his mighty men that did feats beyond human abilities in warrior tactics and taking on the enemy, their names ended in IAH or JAH. And then I found kings that had IAH in their names. I saw prophets that had IAH in their name. I saw priests that had IAH or JAH within their names. Wow. Okay, so let's take a look at this. And I'm going to have to go real fast because there's an awful lot of them. In the first letter, Aleph of the Hebrew alphabet, you have Abiyah, which means father of Yah or worshiper of Yah. You have Adonai Yah, which means master worshiper of Yah. Then you have Uriah, remember that was one of the warriors of David, and his name means flame of Yah. You have Azaniah, which mean herd of Yah. Then you have Yah, and his name means Yah has seized. And then you have Yah, which means brother or worshiper of Yah. Then you have Yah, and it means crying out or screaming. And then you have Elijah, Eliyahu, which means my God, Yahweh. Then you have Amachiah or Amaziah, and his name means strength of Yah. You have Amariah, which means Yah has said or promised. Then you have Azaliah, which means Yah has reserved. You have Arauna or Arniyah, and it means the strength of Yah. Then in the second letter of the Hebrew alphabet, Bet, you have Bedayah, which means servant of Yah. You have Benayah, which means Yah has built. And then you have Besodiyah, which means counsel of Yah in intimacy. Then you have Bealiyah, which means Yah is master. Then you have Ba'asiyah, which means work of Yah. Then you have Bakbukiyah, which means wasting of Yah. Then you have Bukayah, which means also wasting of Yah. Then you have Beriah, which means Yah has created. You have Beriah with a different spelling, Beriyah, that means Yah is having trouble. Then you have Berechiah, which means the blessing of Yah. You have Bithyah, which means daughter of Yah. Then in the third Hebrew letter, Gemel, you have Gedaliah, which means Yah has become great. You have Gemariah, which means Yah has perfected. And then you have in the fourth letter, Dalet of the Hebrew alphabet, you have Da, Dava, Yah, which means the love of Yah. Then you have Dele Yah, which means Yah has delivered. And then you have in the fifth Hebrew letter, Hey, you got Hodovayah, the majesty of Yah. And then you have Hedayah, which also means the majesty of Yah. Then you have Hodayah, which means it's the feminine of a Jewish young girl. And then you have Hosheah, which means Yah has saved. And then you have also this Hodiyah, it means also majesty of Yah. Then in the sixth Hebrew letter of the alphabet, you don't have any names with that, because there's only a few words in that start with that sixth letter of the Hebrew alphabet. The seventh letter of the Hebrew alphabet is the Zion, and it has Zedadiah, Yah has given. Zechariah, which means Yah has remembered. Then you have Zerubbabel, which means Yah has risen. Then you go to Het, which is the eighth letter of the Hebrew alphabet, and you got Habayah, which Yah has hidden. And then you got Habazanyah, which they actually say is uncertain. Nobody has any clarity on that name. Then you got Hagiyah, which means the festival of Yah. Then you got Hazayah, which means Yah has seen. You have Hezekiah, which means strengthened of Yah. You got Hekalah Yah, which means darkness of Yah. Then you got Hilkiah, which means a portion of Yah. We got Hananiah, which means Yah has favored. And you got Hazadiah, which also means Yah has favored, or kindness or mercy. Then you got Har-He-Yah, which is fearing Yah. Then you got Hashabayah, which means Yah has regarded. You got Hashabnayah, which means the thought of Yah. And then you got the ninth letter of the Hebrew alphabet is Tet, and it's Tebalayah, means Yah has dipped. Then you got Tob Adonai Yah, and it means pleasing to Yah. And then you got Tobiah, which means the goodness of Yah. Then in the 10th word, you got the most names with Yah in it, because it's the Yud, which is our English Y. In the Yud or Yod, whichever way you pronounce it, you got Yah Azanya, and it means heard of Yah, or listen to Yah. Then you got Yoshiyah, which means founded of Yah, or a foundation of Yah. Then you got Ibniyah, which means built of Yah. Another Ibnayah, then is building of Yah. One is built of Yah, and the next one's building of Yah. Then you got Yerbiek-Yah, which means blessed of Yah. Then you got Yigdal-Yah, which means magnified of Yah. Then you got Jedediah, which means beloved of Yah. You got Jedeyah, which means praised of Yah. You got Jedeyah with a different spelling in the E and the A there, and it's telling you that Yah has known. And then you got Yehudiah, which is a descendant of Yehuda, which means like the common term now is a Jew. And then you've got Jesse-Phayah, which means Yah is adding. You got Josi-Bayah, which means Yah will cease to dwell. You have Josi-Viyah, which is Yah has set. You have Yishiyah, which is Yiziyah, sprinkled of Yah. You got Yezanyah, heard of Yah. You got Yizrak-Yah, Yah will shine. You've got Jediyah, which is the unity of Yah. You have Yahziyah, which Yah will behold. You got Yehizkiah, Ki Yah, strengthened of Yah. You got Yehi Yah, Yah will live. You got Yekol Yah, Yah will enable. You're still with the Y's. Then you got Yekan Yah, which means Yah will establish. You got Yishmak Yah, which means Yah will sustain. You got Ya'aziyah, it means embolden of Yah. Then you got this Ya'aresh Yah, which is the second one that's uncertain, that they don't have a clear understanding of. Yahweh will have to reveal that one, the second one. Then you got Yif De Yah, Yah will liberate. You got Yekom Yah, Yah will rise. You got Yeri Yah, fearful of Yah. You got Yeri Yah, Yah will throw. You got Yermi Yah, which Yah will rise, or whom Yah has appointed. And then you got Yeshoeh Hayah, Yah will empty. You got Yish Shiyah, Yah will lend. Yishmeyah, Yah will hear. Yeshiyah, which is English is Isaiah, it's Yeshiyah and Yeshiyahu, and it means Yah has saved. Then in the 11th letter of the Hebrew alphabet, the Kaf, you got Kan and Yahu, Yah has sustained. Kan Yahu, Yah will establish. Ki Nan Yah, Yah has planted as a vineyard. Then in the Moed, the 12th letter of the Hebrew alphabet, you got Moad Yah, means the assembly of Yah. Then you've got Meas Siyah, the refuge of Yah. You got Mikayah, which is who is like Yah. Then you got Mikayahu, is man equals man and Israelites, the same as above, which also means who is like Yah. Then you got Milat Yah, Yah has delivered. Then you got Malkiyah, king of appointed by Yah. Then you got Ma'ad Yah, an ornament of Yah. Then you got Ma'az Yah, means rescue of Yah. Ma'az Yah is work of Yah. You got Mi So Bu Yah, found of Yah. Then you got Mikne Yah, possession of Yah. You got Mi Ra Yah, rebellion of Yah. They're towards Yah. Mi Shele Miyah, an ally of Yah. You got Matan Yah, gift of Yah. And then you've got Matith Yah, also meaning a gift of Yah. Then you get to the letter Nun, the 13th letter of the Hebrew alphabet, and you got Noed Yah, convened of Yah. You got Nikem Yah, consolation of Yah. You got Ni-ara, servant of Yah. You got Neri Yah, light of Yah. You got Nethan Yah, given of Yah. That is also Netanyahu. That happens to be the prime minister of Israel's name, Netanyahu. But it's in the Hebrew scriptures. Nethan Yah, given of Yah. So he's like a gift from Yahweh. Then you got Samak. You've only got one, and you pronounce it like a S. Samak Yah, and it means supported of Yah. And then you got the Hebrew letter Ayin, which is Obed Yah, means serving Yah. Then you got Adayah, which means Yah has adorned. You got Azaz Yah, which means Yah has strengthened. You got Uzziah, which means the strength of Yah, or majesty. Then you got Azariah, which means Yah has helped. You got Al Yah, which means a distortion of Yah. Then you got Amak Yah, which means Yah has loaded. You got Amayah, which means Yah has answered. You got Anan Yah, which means Yah has covered. And then also under the letter Ayin, you have Anthothea, answers of Yah. Asayah, Yah has made. Athayah, Yah has helped. Athal, Yah has constrained. Then you get to the letter Pei, and you got Pedayah, Yah has ransomed. Pelayah, Yah has delivered. Pelayah, Yah has distinguished. Pelal, Yah has judged. Pekach, Yah has observed. Pethach, Yah has opened or let go free. Zib, Yah is the splendor of Yah. Zidki, Yah is the right of Yah. Zephan, Yah has secreted, or Zephaniah. And then you got Zeru, Yah, wounded of Yah. Or even a balm, like a balm you would put on a wound. Then you got the letter Kuf, and that is Kulaya, the voice of Yah. You got Kushaya, entrapped of Yah. You got Kelaya, lightly esteemed of Yah. You got Riyah, Yah has seen for Resh, the first name under Resh. You got Rehab, Yah has enlarged. You have Ram, Yah has raised. Remal, Yah has bedecked or adorned. You got Real, Yah, which means fearful of Yah. And then you got two more under the letter Resh. You got Ra'am, Yah has shaken. You got Repha, Yah has cured or helped to heal or make whole. Then the last letter, the second to the last letter is the Shin, and the 22nd letter is the Ta, but there's no names under Ta. But under the second to the last letter, the Shin, you have Shobya, Yah has captivated. Shebanya, Yah has grown. Shekara, Yah has sought. Shekanra, Yah has dwelt. Shalem, Yah, thanks offering of Yah. Shema, Yah has heard. Shemar, Yah has guarded, like a watchman. And then Yah has stormed. Then you have Shephat, Yah has judged. And then you got Shirab, Yah has brought heat. Then Shirah, Yah has prevailed as power with a prince. That Siyara is based off of the English word that we see as the wife of Abraham, Sarah. But it's Siraya, and it means power as a prince or a princess. So here we just read off 151 names that end in IAH or YAH, and they're all expressing the character of the Almighty within the name of those individuals. And I'm sitting here thinking, well, 151, that's awful close to that original story of 153 great fishes. And Peter was being told he's going to be a fisher of men. And he's going to go out, and there's a name given that is called the name that you're saved by. And you're seeing that this name that you're saved by is the Father's Son. In Proverbs 30 verse 4 is asking what? What is the Creator's name and what's His Son's name? Because the Father's name, we learned earlier in Proverbs 18:10 that it's a high tower and you run into the name and get saved. And then when Gabriel announced the birth of the Savior to his mother, Gabriel told her this name would be Yahshua, because that means Yah saves. And I'm sitting here and I'm going, my goodness. What if you have 151 and you add the Father's name Yahweh and you add the Son's name Yahshua? What does that add up to? 153? I don't know. It kind of shocked me after I went through 8,674 Hebrew words looking for names that ended in Yah or had IAH or JH at the end of them. And then I thought of the Father and the Son. And Yah is the contracted form of both of their names. So more and more, I just keep seeing that there's evidence unfolding more and more and more to validate that I think we're onto something, and that Yahweh will reveal himself through his word. And he says in Isaiah 52:6, my people shall yada my name. And that yada Hebrew word is to intimately know his name. Not just know it casually, but you know it intimately. So we are just going over all the evidence that we can come across to discover what is his name. And you find out that these people that have Yah in their name, they're kings, they're prophets, and they're priests. And if you go look at Exodus 19, and you look at verse 6, and you shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and a holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel. He always meant his people to be priests. And then you see in the final book of scriptures is the book of Revelation, in chapter 1 of Revelation, verse 6, what's it say? And has made us kings and priests unto God and his Father. To him be glory and dominion forever and ever. Amen. So you got priests and you got kings right there in Revelations, reaffirming the priest of Exodus 19. And then you see about prophets, you see Shaul, the prophet Paul, talking to the Corinthian people in the city of Corinth, and he's telling them that in 1 Corinthians 14, that what? In 1 Corinthians 14:31, for ye may all prophesy one by one, that all may learn and all may be comforted. So we're prophetically speaking these things to you, and that prophecy is involved in speaking Yahweh's word. So that's what we're doing, giving you the word to prophetically declare that everything about the word. And everybody, all these names that we just read you are all given the characteristics of our Heavenly Father and of his Son. And we're going over all these things because we're believing by bringing forth the truth that the truth will set you free. And once you get this name straight and solid in your heart, in your soul, in your spirit, your ruach, that you will begin to see other things now in a clear picture than what you've seen in the past. And if you grab this truth, I guarantee more and more truth will begin to enter your life and reveal itself to you. And I pray that this will give you a lot to chew on and a lot to think about. And until the next time we meet again, you be blessed in Yahweh and his Son, Yeshua. Shalom.